Myself, Professor Goyal Akash from KNBC Arts, Commerce and Vinayakrao Patil Science College, Vidyanagar, Bhosre. Today we are going to talk about Unit 2, that is Translocation in Phloem. So as you know, the plant has various parts like root, stem and leaves, and we also know that plants are called as producers. They can produce the food for themselves as well as other living organisms. So these plants produce food, but do all the parts of the plant produce food? The answer is no. Only the green leaves produce the food. So the green leaves are producers of food, whereas the other parts are the utilizers, because they do not produce sugars, but they need sugar for their normal development. So they are called as sinks. So here the source and sink relationship develops. The sources are the green leaves, which can produce sugars. They produce sugars in photosynthetic reactions and in the quantity much greater than the required one. They can utilize themselves these sugars and have extra sugars that can be transferred to other sinks, like growing roots, leaves, as well as shoots. So green leaves are acting as sugars, whereas other parts are acting as sinks. So for transfer of the sugar that is produced in green leaves, there is a mechanism called phloem loading. So this transfer of sugars from the green leaves to other parts takes place with the help of uh, phloem present in plants. The transfer of sugars from mesophyll cells to phloem cells. So this is called as phloem loading. Whereas when the sugars reaches the sinks, the transfer of sugars from phloem cells to sink cells, this is called as phloem unloading. So during this phloem loading mechanism, the sugars are transferred in the form of disugars or disaccharides. So in leaves, the concentration of sugar increases and sugars are transferred to phloem cells through companion cells. Whereas during unloading, the sugars which are present in uh, phloem are in the form of disugars, so that sugar is, when transferred to sinks, they are converted into soluble sugars. Thank you.